Today, Hanukkah is a lighthearted celebration symbolized by a 9-branch candlestick. So, it comes as a shock that the origins of the holiday are so bloody and dreadful. In 200 BC, Judea fell under the control of Antiochus III, a king of Syria. He treated Jews rather fairly, as good as any incoming power could, allowing the Jews to worship their God and to practice their faith with minimal resistance. However, his son was a different story. When his son, Antiochus IV, came into power, he decided to persecute the Jews. He not only outlawed Judaism, he also went into their holy temple in Jerusalem and desecrated it, replacing their shrines and altars with shrines and altars for Zeus. And he also happened to massacre thousands of Jews in the process. All that to say, he was not a great guy and wasn't very friendly when it came to his Jewish citizens. Understandably, the Jewish people had a lot of problems with their new tyrannical king. Their biggest complaints was mainly, stop killing and enslaving us. So around 168 to 166 BC, there was a Maccabean revolution, led by a man named Matthias. You may recognize some of these names if you're familiar with the Maccabees, found in some copies of the Old Testament. They record a lot of the history of this revolution. Now, after Matthias died, not that long into the beginning of the revolution, his son took his place and helped lead the fight. His son's name was Judah. And within 2 short years, the Jewish revolution was successful and managed to drive out the Syrians from Jerusalem. They used mainly guerrilla warfare tactics to accomplish such an incredible feat. This is where Hanukkah comes in. After this bloody revolution and just these terrible situations, something good came out of the whole process. Namely, the rededication of the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. So after Judah and the Jews overthrew the Syrians in Jerusalem and took it back for themselves, they rededicated the temple to God. And a part of this process, they lit this 7-armed candlestick that was supposed to stay lit every night. But the problem was they only had enough olive oil, which was the source that they used to light these candles. They only had enough olive oil to last them for 1 day. But according to Jewish tradition, God performed a miracle that only on 1 day's worth of oil, the candles were able to stay lit up to 8 days, giving the Jews enough time to find more oil to fill the lamps with. This miraculous event inspired the Jewish people to announce an annual 8-day holiday, which is now called Hanukkah. That is why the menorah, or the 9-armed candlestick representing Hanukkah, is the way it is. The center candlestick is the main candle that's used to light the other candles, representing the 8 days that God preserved the candles. So that is the quick and simple history of Hanukkah. Let me know what traditions you celebrate, or if you're familiar with Hanukkah yourself. And as always, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. And just thank you for watching. Now, before I close out, like always, friends, go out there and light the world yourselves.